Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel again. And in this video, we are going to see the XXE, which is XML external entity vulnerability from the OS top 10. And I have already deployed the machine, and our IP will be here soon. So before attacking the machine, let's talk something. So I was not posting videos since last 2 or 3 weeks. The reason behind that, the YouTube got I got a community guideline strike from YouTube, so I was not allowed to post any video. And from last week, sorry, last 2 to 3 weeks, I think, and that's why I was not posting any video. And this was the second strike I got from YouTube. So if there was any another strike, then my channel got deleted. As so if you like our channel and you like the content of our channel, then I'm posting the link of my Telegram channel in the description. You can join the Telegram channel, and I will post any update regarding the channel. If my channel got deleted, then I will obviously gonna create a new channel, and I will post the link in my Telegram channel so you can join us there. So this is for the announcement, we can say. And let's move forward to our vulnerability, which is XML external entity. And before, so what is XML external entity, or we can say it XXE? So XXE is a vulnerability involves exploiting how you can parse the XML input. So if any web page or any web application is vulnerable with this vulnerability, then you are able to parse any data, or depending on where the XML vulnerability, sorry, where the XXE vulnerability exists, you can parse files from the web server. Also, it is helps you to create a DOS attack. So we are not gonna see that because it is not ethical, obviously. So let's move to let's move forward here. So before going to XXE, first we have to know what is XML. So XML is actually we can say a meta language which was developed after the HTML. So HTML is just for the web page design, we can say. And but XML is used to define the display of data. So like we can say how the data is structured in the HTML page. We create using in the web page, we create using the HTML. So how the data is structured, it is all taken care by the XML. So there are some facts about the XML is that first and the most interesting fact is this does not contain any predefined tags like you can see in HTML, like title, h1, and p tag for paragraph. So they are the predefined tags in HTML, but in XML there are no predefined tags. So there may be a question arising you that how we can write the code in the XML if there is not any predefined tags. So we will discuss that later. But first, let's see some other things. So XML also is similar to HTML. So it have tags, and also it have to there are all the tags which are open in XML have to be closed like in HTML. But in HTML there are some tags like BR tag which need not to be closed, but in XML there are every tag which need to be closed. So let's move forward at how we can write the code in XML. So XML has a property called DTD, which full form is I think the is written for the full form. Let's see it here. We have document type definition here, the full form of DTD. So it defines, and it is the format on how we can write code on XML. So XML, the DTD is first, it is containing a doc type mode, which is the root, which is must available in the any XML code, which is a doc type, and it is followed by the element, entity, and the other things. So here is the PC data you can see here, which is parsable data. We will talk that later. And so okay, there is one more thing in the XML, which is a prologue. I think I forgot to explain that here. Okay, so the prologue just contains the XML version and the encoding type here. You can see it here, the XML version and the encoding. It defines the prologue. Prologue is not necessary to be used, but you can use that for your own sake. So here are some questions. You can see the full form of XML is Extensible Markup Language. Is it compulsory to have the XML prologue? No, it is not. And can we validate XML documents against the schema? Yes, you can read that. And I think I forgot to explain that. Okay, I'm not going to explain everything because this will make the video a little longer. So I'm going to just the main part of the XML and the XXE. So how we can specify an XML version in encoding? I have already told you it is using the XML prologue, and then moving to the next questions. So I've already explained what is the XML DTT. So DTT is just a structure or just a type on how we can write a code on XML. Okay, so here you can see the example which here we have the XML prologue, which is not necessary but you can write it, and followed with your doc type, which is the root, and it is compulsory in the any XML coding. So which is XML, sorry, which is a doc type containing node system. And you can, if you want to know how we can write a code on XML, then you can google it, because this is not the scope of this video. So let's move to the XXE coding, XXE payloads, and how we can run the payloads on XXE. So if there is any place in the web page where you can run the XML, your own XML code, then the web page is vulnerable with the XXE. Okay, so let's move the payload here. The first payload, which is used to print your name, and you can see here, contains a doc type followed with an entity having the variable name, which contains value feast, and then it is a user info, which is an element and containing a sub element as falcon. So what this code will do, this code, after running this code, you will get a output as a falcon, and then you can see the variable with containing n and ampersand, we can say before that, it will pass the variable name and will print out the feast. So your output will be the falcon feast. And next payload we are given here, containing the prologue, which is need not to be necessary, and then containing a doc type root, and followed by an entity is telling server to read the file inside the web server, which is the etc password file. And we will see that if an XML is able to do that or not. So it will just print out a file if there exists any file with that path. And so this is all for the payload section, and let's move to the next section, XML external entity exploiting. So here it all shows us how we can exploit it. So let's not see that, sorry, let's not read that, let's see that practically. Okay, so the first question is try to display your name using any payload. So I have already shown you a payload which is used to print the payload, which is used to print the name, sorry. So let's move to this IP address first, so that we have a web page which is vulnerable with XXE, and then copy this payload here and just paste it here. So let's see, let's assume that my name is Falcon and the surname is Feast, and when we run this, we have our output as Falcon and Feast. You can just change it according to you. Here it is your first name and here it is your last name, so you can change it according. And the next question is, see if you can read the etc password file. Okay, so we have a payload for that also, and let's see if this is running or not. If we copy and paste this payload and the submit button, and we can see it here, we have etc password file, and we have a root user, and at last we can see we have a, okay, let's see the page, sorry, let's see the page source so we can able to see that more easily. Here we have an user Falcon with the user ID 1000. Okay, so let's see if we have any question related to that. So yes, we have question here. What is the name of the user in the etc password? We have named Falcon. And what is the Falcon's SSH key? Where is the Falcon's SSH key located? So normally the SSH key is located in this part, you can see here given. And what are the first 18 characters for the Falcon's private key? So all we have to do is find the Falcon's private key. So what we have to do, we just have to change the path here, nothing else we have to do. So our path is home, then inside the Falcon, and we have a dot ssh inside id. What we have to read is id rsa, and let's submit it, and we have our the rsa private key. And you can check the top 18 characters and the first 18 characters of this rsa key and paste it here, and you will get your answer. So this is it for this video. I hope you like this video, and thank you for watching this video. And don't forget to join the telegram channel if you like the content of this video. So I'll keep you updated regarding to my youtube channel. And in the next video we'll see the broken access control. And thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video. Bye bye then.